Imagine a time crisis arcade game, but instead of two hot guys as a player, they are two high school students and have the ability of a guy that can kill 3 persons with a pencil. Lycoris Recoil is an anime about an organization named Direct Attack, or DA for short, that specializes in killing terrorists and any high-level threats confidentially. In other words, a hidden organization that takes care of any sort of terrorist act without letting the world know that there's a terrorist act in the first place, and execute it even before the terrorism has taken place. Any terrorist matter that has already happened will be manipulated as an accident or anything else than terrorism. The one that does such job is called the Lycoris. The Lycoris is basically well-trained individuals that do all the killing. The organization raise and trains open kids as killer machines because I don't know why, maybe it's easy to manipulate pure-minded children. At first, I didn't know that this anime exists because I don't watch many anime shows this year. The anime that I have watched are Ghibli movies, One Punch Man, Mob Psycho 100, and some Netflix anime adaptations. I discovered Lycoris Recoil from Facebook. Yes, I'm still using Facebook, where the protagonist was doing this Toho grazing technique to dodge anime bullets, and I thought it was pretty awesome, so I gave it a try and I enjoyed it. Alright, now let's start reviewing this anime. Before I start, I just want to say I'm sorry for my bad trashy opinions. The story starts in Japan, the no shit, where the country is known as a peaceful and safe country that doesn't have any crime acts for 8 years straight, thanks for the secret government organization DA and the Lycoris that do the job behind the scenes, creating a utopia from the shadows. A Lycoris named Takina was on a mission with her teammates to stop an arms deal and capture the dealers alive. On the progress, one of her teammates got captured as a hostage, putting them on a very tight situation and can only stand by because of order from the supervisor or whatever you call it. Then Takina took a MK-43 or a heavy machine gun and did a massive damage to the enemies and saved her friend in doing so. But for doing an insubordination and put her teammate in risk, she was transferred to a different base named Lycoris, a cafe. That's right, her new base is a f***ing cafe where she will learn from a special Lycoris named Chisato, and together they will stop criminals doing odd jobs and developing a relationship that is not in a sexual way. Yet, so far, the story is alright. It's basically two high school students stopping criminals here and there. People just watch for either the action scenes or because of Chisato and Takina, and so do I. But episodes after episodes, I'm getting interested on the story, like what happened with the radio tower incident and an organization being SARS, and the antagonist Majima that looks like Joker but without the iPads I mean, and that like I just said, the story is not that deep. It's just fun to watch. You can just watch it like watching Jackie Chan's police story movie, but with less fighting and more shooting. Now let's enter into the animation. The animation in this anime is actually pretty good. It's not just shoot and cover. There are some close combats like high kicks, head downs, gun disarming, sick dodge movements, or we call them grazing, and of course some John Wick and John Woo styles. Speaking of gun styles, I mentioned John Wick and John Woo style because I think this anime kind of reminds me about John Wick and John Woo. John Wick style is, I think, well known for the violence, takedown combats, point and blank shots, and gun stands like the CRR or center axis relock that you might have seen in a lot of Hollywood movies. While John Woo's style is more of this badass, reckless shooting with styles. On a second thought, don't believe what I've just said about this anime using those two styles. Whether if it's true or not that the anime has similarity to those two styles, the anime has good gun choreographies. Now, let's talk about characters in this anime. We have two main protagonists, Chisato and Takina. Both have different personalities that are opposite to each other. One is very cheerful, bright, and energetic, and other is calm, quiet, and well collected. Not only they have opposite personalities, they even have different perspectives of taking down their enemies. Chisato chose to not kill the terrorists because she doesn't want blood on her hands by using non-lethal ammo to take them down. She even treats her enemies minor injuries after they are finished fighting against her. Unlike Chisato being pacifist, Takina chose violence, rape and tear option because she could grows full of American spirit. Then there are side characters that will help the protagonist. We have Mizuki, a former Lycoris, and a maiden that wants to be maidenless. Kurumi, a blue archive character, and excuse me, how old are you again? I guess we can check her out. Let's see. Kurumi, Lycoris Recoil. Ooh. Oh my, they have a website? Awesome. Alright. Age is unknown. Let's assume she's 12. And lastly, we have the owner of the cafe, Mika, who is gay. And those are the side characters. Maybe they interest you more than the main protagonist. Bet is Kurumi. Bet. Well, back to the two main protagonists. If you're curious if they got any character developments, then there's only one person. Our beloved favorite girl, Takina. At first, she was an unsociable person that only cares on how she could go back to her previous base and will try her best to achieve that. After several episodes of Chisato bonding relationships, her personality has shifted from emotionless, unsociable girl into a girl that everyone wants to protect. I mean, look at this, man. Look at this. That's cute. That's cute. Chisato, on the other hand, doesn't get any character development, and I don't think she will get any in the future. Alright, let's go to the last part. If you're asking about fan services because you want to watch this anime in your 4K UHD TV in your family room filled with your parents, then yes, there are some fan services, but most of them are pretty mild. You don't have to worry about random panty shots because they are wearing a long skirt, and you don't have to worry about the random lucky perverted things cause there's no main character in this anime that interested in girls, so you are pretty much safe. I kind of like it when an action anime genre focuses more on the action rather than the underwear. There's always a time for that, yes, there's always a time for panty shot or fan services, but not when it's in a life and death situation. Well, I guess that's it for today. If you're into gun action plus the cute anime girls, then this anime is good for you to watch. Even Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid series, enjoys this anime. I personally think this anime is 7.5 out of 10. Story is good, combat scenes are quite short, 1-2 minutes long. It needs more combat scenes and longer, I guess. Well, see you again in the next video. Bye.